We're drafting live. Week 13 fantasy football drafts, ladies and gentlemen, here on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. Promo code Smitty. And I'll drop the link in the live chat right here. There's the link. Hit the link. I'll pin it in 1 second. Promo code Smitty will get you up to $100 bonus match. They'll double your first deposit at Underdog by using code Smitty or the link which inserts code Smitty for you, and the link's in the description if you happen to be watching the replay and you're not live here. We're doing week 13 battle royale drafts. That means that it's for week 13, the morning and afternoon slate of games only, and it's fantastic. It's $5. First place gets freaking $30,000. Second gets 20. We're doing it live. Hit the green button now. This isn't the only one. Don't worry if you don't get in. Hit the green button now. Do it live. I'm gonna wait until I see that green button on the live stream so we're synced up. There is a few second delay here on YouTube, so I have to unplug when I do this or it gets confused. And boom. We should be synced up. The Fantasy Football Show begins now. Live drafts begin now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Not only are we live when news breaks, we're live constantly. We're constantly live. My draft isn't showing up. We're live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're live whenever big news breaks. We're also live graveyard shifts like this one, around midnight, 1 a.m., etc. Where is my draft? It looks blank. What's going on here? What is going on here? Why can't we get... Jeez. Let's unplug one more time. Plug back in. Maybe I need to open up a new camera. Let's do it over, Smitty. And see if we can get this to show. I apologize for the slight delay. Switch on over to the... Why we're not getting it? We're not getting it. Are we not going to be able to draft tonight? Come on. Come to Papa. Draft starts in 18 seconds. Come to Papa. Come on. There we go. We're doing it live. By the way, if you haven't, draft starts in 6 seconds. Grindhouse, GRNDHAUS. Grindhouse is our only clothing sponsor. Grindhouse is the best hoodies and apparel you can get. Movies, like old movies from back in the day. I'm on the clock here. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill. Let me show the screen real quick. I'm going to go Tyreek Hill. Go back to board view here. Tyreek Hill. He's good to go, by the way. He's off the injury report. Grindhouse are the best hoodies. They're straight from the attic, meaning it's like, King Kong, Mr. Beast, Spider, Godzilla, all the old cult classics from 40 plus years ago on movie prints, like poster prints, as you see on the back of these hoodies. I'm wearing the yellow one right now. It's fantastic. It's the only clothing I like to wear, quite honestly, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I keep begging them to come back. They're an amazing partner here and sponsor here on the channel, and I can't think of another brand I would want on here as my clothing brand. I absolutely love Grindhouse. So visit them at grndhaus.com and grndhaus Grindhouse Supply on Instagram. Do it live. Grindhouse.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Peanut Butter and Cups is in the building. Appreciate you. Who's first in the building tonight? Jay Biden is in here. Keaton, appreciate you. Corey, Scott, Jaime, Dan the Grim Reacher's in here. Jake the Snake. Jake, what's up, my guy? He Who Collects is in here. We got a full house up in this mug. And we got a Banto with the Super Smitty, the GOAT, Purdy versus T-Law. I go T-Law given the matchup, but I mean, Purdy's capable. They're both very capable. I lean T-Law. T-Law's kind of in a groove. Law Dog milk is back on sale. If you didn't know, they started selling it again.
Law Dog milk for mains on sale this season. Soak your mane and win a league. Law Dog milk.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, I'm on deck here. So far, you can see this draft. Hurts and Kittle paired at the end. Keenan Allen and Mike Evans paired from the 5 slot. The 4 slots got A.J. Brown and Tank. Amon-Ra and Kamara in the 3 hole. The second pick has McCaffrey and Jalen Waddle. I'm on the clock here. I'm going to go with a little Tua Tagovailoa action mixed with a little Kyren Williams action. And I'm going to stack the Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, Kyren Williams doing it live stack. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Because that's what I'm doing with mine. And I'm feeling pretty darn good about it. In fact, I have a little instinct that I'm going to be projected for over 80 points with this lineup, this 6-team lineup. 80 points is massive in terms of the projection. I have a feeling they're projecting me with 80 plus points, and I'm going to crush everybody. They'll be around 71, 68, 74, 73, and there'll be a big fat 81, 82 right on screen. Maybe an 83. Bed Bath & Beyond, Home Depot if we have time. Smitty is a legend. You're a legend, Biden. I love Smitty's clips. Law Dog Milk, Kenneth Lightsaber. Biden, if you like those clips, you're going to love the new one, bro. The new clip, bro.
Devon Achan, please report to your shuttle to Saturn. Your shuttle is leaving. Prepare for departure. Touchdown probability high.
But the continuum of the gigawatt component structure of Jahmyr Gibbs' workload divide has a megawatt offload that if you compartmentalize the component conjunction timekeeper and you flux capacitor out the continuum component megabolt, things just end up happening. And that's why Jahmyr Gibbs is a top 5 to 10 running back instead of top 6 to 10. This man, Jahmyr Gibbs, he looks better than Kamara looked coming out of college, more prepared to become Kamara. Schmitty, did you just say Gibbs was more prepared to become Kamara than Alvin Kamara was prepared to become Kamara? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Gibbs, and as we play that, Gibbs gets selected right here. That 5 slot, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, Debo, and Jahmyr Gibbs. That 6 slot, Jalen Hurts, Kittle, Eckler, Pittman, pretty solid. A.J. Brown, Tank Dell, C.J. Stroud, and Laporta. Okay. McCaffrey, Waddle, Devonta Smith, and Trey McBride. Your boys on the clock now with the back-to-backs. You know what I'm going to do here. Let's pair them up. Let's do it live. Devon Achan, let's get him in the mix. So now we've got the Tua, Tyreek, Devon Achan, Kyren. And we can go wide. Let's go wide receiver here. I kind of feel like bounce back Cooper Kupp time right here. We'll go with Cooper Kupp, little Cooper Kupp. So I like this team a lot. This feels really, really solid. Tua Tagovailoa, Kyren Williams, Devon Achan, Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp. A lot of Cooper Kupp doubters right now, and I understand it, and there's definitely risk involved. I'd say he's like equal parts bounce back, equal parts continue to just unravel. But I kind of think if you think about last week, Cooper Kupp was banged up still. He's off the injury report now, and both Puka and Kupp did nothing. Nothing. I think combined they were like 50 yards or something around that territory, and Stafford still threw 4 touchdowns. So I think things kind of flip around. I think he's a great start this week. All right, so we're all the way down at the end. I'm really liking the squad. The squad feels pretty good. Tyreek, Cooper, Devon Achan, Kyren Williams, Tua Tagovailoa doing it live. All right, I got the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Get ready for another draft. We're doing another one immediately. So get ready. Buckle up, Buttercups. We're doing another one. Doing it live. It's 0.5 PPR on Underdog. They do it in the middle. 0.5 is really, it's solid because it pleases both, ways of thinking. A lot of non-PPR people needed to get with the times. And the PPR people, I think, were upset at the 0.5 movement. But the 0.5 movements brought the two sides together. And honestly, it doesn't change much on our ranking at all. All right. David Njoku, let's go. Njoku and your boy. 80 points. Knew it. Predicted it from the start of the draft. 80.01. Crushed everyone in the draft. Who had the closest score? Baker. Baker's got Murray, McCaffrey, Bijan. I like it. Waddle, Devonta Smith, McBride. Smitty approved that team. Who had the second highest score? We're just going to reward the highest scoring teams and take a gander at those. Here's the second highest after me. Stroud, Rachaad White, Mostert, A.J. Brown, Tank Dell, Laporta. Not bad. All right. Jump in, Battle Royale. Hit that green button right now. Doing it live. Hopefully this comes back when I do this again. It goes away, it comes back. It goes away, it comes back. Goes away, it comes back. Doing it live. Hit the green. You should have already hit the green button by now. There's a little bit of a YouTube delay. I just punched it, so we're kind of in line here. So 5 more to start. You should have already hit that button. I'm sure it's filled. This is like, the light travels, from Mars, and by the time we're seeing it, it's already, it's so many. It's coming. It takes so much amount of time to get to you. That's like the YouTube live stream. It's already happened. This has already happened. That's already happened. that has already happened. One more to start. What are we doing here? Drafting soon. What pick did I get? It's shuffling right now. What pick did I get? Pick number 5. That's okay. I like drafting from all of these spots in a 6-man league. Phone lines are open.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial into the show. Draven says, when I was at work, some random customer was on fantasy. I told him to watch the fantasy football show on YouTube. Draven, that's all I can ask. Some people say, I don't want to tell anybody. It's my secret weapon. But you could do what Draven did. You see somebody in a jersey in an elevator. You're in the John at a restaurant and some dude's got an Eagles jersey. You slap him right on the rear end and you say, the fantasy football show. Thank me later. Sorry, did I push you into the urinal? My bad. Bro, I'll make it up to you. Watch the fantasy football show. That's all you got to do. How much bigger we would get like that. And the bigger we get, the more we get. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time we get bigger, we get better. And that's going to continue to occur. Sebastian, you're live.
Do you think JSN is still capable of having that league winner down the stretch, like the Christian Watson from last year type of finish to the season?
Of course I do. But for him to have that kind of value, I think we probably need him to have some sort of injury occur.
He does definitely need that volume for sure.
But I think in that, there's still room for something in between. He's certainly getting relied upon. He's certainly getting a ton of usage. And, that touchdown, if that touchdown didn't get called back on Thursday night, he'd have, I don't know if it would have been like, I don't know how, that was a short touchdown, right? No. Yeah, how far was that touchdown they called back? That was a short one, right? I think he would have probably had like 70 or 80 yards in a touch, which would have been great off the 7 or 8 receptions. I mean, that would have been a 20-point game. That would have been a 20-point game. That would have been. I think he can do that on the regular if, let's say, Lockett or DK's out of the way. I'm not saying I wish injury upon either one of those guys, but Lockett's an old man. Everybody they deserve to retire into the night. Go play golf. Let JSN have his time. Just step aside. Step aside, Lockett. No, if he gets hurt, it's going to be to the moon.
What do we think of Christian Watson down the stretch, too? Do you think he's back, or do you think that was just a little flash and he's still going to be inconsistent?
I don't know, man. I mean, the thing about Watson is he's never been gone. And like I always say, box score Bobbies, and I don't blame anybody, but box score Bobbies, they don't see that he gets targeted every single week in the end zone at least once or twice, if not more. A lot of times it's at the end of the game. Love throws a like a errant pass, but it's kind of catchable. But it's sometimes it's not even Love throwing a bad pass; it's Love throwing an impossible pass that it'd be intercepted or batted down, but it's like barely out of reach, and Watson doesn't pull it in. But you're not mad at him because there's a tough catch, like a near impossible catch. And it's like time and time again. It's not like he hasn't gotten the opportunities. And a handful of them are his fault, but not a ton, not a majority of them. I honestly think he's been a victim of some of the worst luck. And at the end of the year, some people are going to break it down. I think I might be one of them. Break it down and figure out like the anomaly of Christian Watson's year up through week 11. He's got back-to-back touchdowns. I think he's very capable of being an elite wide receiver 3. It makes me upset that he's not a low-end wide receiver 1 like I think he was totally capable of being. Are we all going to be gun-shy on sophomore wide receivers walking into the future years? Probably. We got to shake that free. It's not something that's going to be. The one thing about the sophomore wide receiver class, like when we think about Olave, when we think about Garrett Wilson, not Garrett Wilson with Aaron Rodgers, but what we ended up getting handed. And when we think about Christian Watson, what do all those things have in common? Shaky quarterback situations. But shaky quarterback situations. So we got to be careful not to completely blame this on the sophomore wide receiver curse and say to ourselves, we knew London was walking into that. That's kind of on us. That's on me. London was walking into a pretty damn shitty situation, and that's on me. But Watson, I really believed in Love, and I still do. That one's a little more crazy and hard to really make heads or tails of. But like Garrett Wilson, we couldn't have predicted that one either. But look at it; it's awful because of the quarterback situation. I like Watson. I still like him. I'm not running from him. I'm buying low in Dynasty. Watson's fine.
Perfect. Yeah, I just wanted to get your insight because I thought those were some interesting topics.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Definitely we're down the stretch. But
all right.
Appreciate your input.
Later, pal. Call in if you got another one. TJ, what is up?
Hey, Smitty. I played against Dak and CD Stack this week, and they combined for 82 in my league scoring, so I'm kind of going for upside this week. I was wondering if you could help me with my lineup.
I'll do the best I can while I'm drafting, bro, but read it off.
All right. I need a running back and a wide receiver and a flex. I got Pacheco, Moss, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Puka, Achane, and Ridley.
All right, well, put Achane in your lineup and then ask me a proper question.
All right, Achane. So I need a flex and a wide receiver.
Read him again. Read him again. Puka is probably one of them, but read him one more time.
Pacheco, Moss, Olave, Garrett Wilson, Puka, and Ridley.
That's oh god, I'm gonna time out here. Hold on. That's like a near impossible question, man. Like Puka, Moss, Pacheco, Olave's probably not playing. And who's the other one?
I'm going for upside.
Moss, Puka, Ridley. Moss, Puka, Ridley, Pacheco. Pacheco's safest. Puka and Moss have the most big swing, but maybe a little less risk or a little more risk. I say that with Moss because I think the expectations are really high that he just bounces right back, and we've seen this before, and it doesn't work. It doesn't go the way you think, and so I just think there's some risk to expect Moss to be running back one material, but I think he's got the upside for it. So like that's why I say he's high risk, high reward. But he's still got the reward for it. That's for sure. I would probably say Moss is your safest or your best combination of the risk reward safety, ability. But I don't know, Chad. Do you disagree? Pacheco, Zach Moss, Puka. What are we doing? Let's see what the chat thinks on that one.
All right.
On the clock again. I kind of like. I've been drafting Cooper Kupp a lot in these drafts. My team right here is Hurts, Kamara, Kyren, Debo, Kupp. I like this team. I think it's gonna be a 78 to 83 point projected team here. We'll see. Chat. Moss got right in last week, 8 points, says Joe. Division games are unpredictable. Throw the records out, says Liquid. Can we get the vote? Puka Pacheco for sure, says you can only do one, you're saying, right? Of the options you gave me?
Yeah, so I need a running back and wide receiver.
Yeah, I
need
mean,
a flex and wide receiver.
yeah. I mean, if you were scared of Scotty, I mean, Puka and Moss are not crazy, but like I'm not sitting H-Chan, bro. I'm not sitting H-Chan.
Okay.
I'd be out.
And you'd rather start Moss over Pacheco?
I don't know that I word it like that.
Okay.
I just it's, you know, to be honest with you, I think I waver until the very, very end. I think my fingers would be bleeding as I kept tapping and swiping and scrolling and opening and swiping and putting my phone down and locking and swiping, and I think that anybody would struggle with that. Let's see is the chat coming in strong. We got Moss. It seems like Moss's vote is getting the major part of the vote, bro.
Okay, yeah, because I've just been going through it with this. Just had to see what you think.
All right, man. TJ, appreciate you. Call back if you got another one.
Thank you so much.
TM42, your live TM. What can I do for you?
Yo, what's up, Sneak? I texted you earlier, but your answer got cut off a little bit, so
Okay.
I'm just going to ask it again.
Okay.
Would you drop Charbonnet for either Roshan or Elijah Mitchell? It's like a extra roster spot I'm playing with, and
Charbonnet
I think
for
Charb's going to be out.
okay, yeah, I remember this. Elijah Mitchell or is it Keaton Mitchell?
Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, because you said Mitchell, and I said, I think I responded in a way where I didn't know you're talking about Elijah Mitchell. Yeah. I'm not dropping Charbonnet for those guys. I said to you I'd drop him for Mitchell, but I was meaning Keaton Mitchell.
Oh, no, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, just because there's like, if something happens, he's the one that could, you know, pop off. But like I guess it depends on the prognosis too. Like if Charbonnet, let's do one more. Looks like they ranked. Here's the top team: Tua, McCaffrey, Rashad White, Mike Evans, Pittman, and Otten. Dollar Bill has C.J. Stroud, Eckler, Bijan, Tyreek, Puka, Freiermuth. Nice. Oh, that was the top one. Dollar Bill at 82. Nice one. Mine, I like this one a lot. Jalen Hurts, Kamara, Kyron, Debo, Kupp, and Njoku. I'm sure I got hit with the Hurts points. Hit the Week 13 Battle Royale. Hit the green button now. I'm going to unplug so it allows me to do this again. I don't know, man. The prognosis on Sharps could come in tomorrow or, you know, later, but I have a feeling we'll hear sooner than later that he's out multiple weeks. If he's out multiple weeks, then what do you do? I mean, Walker will be back by then. It's a sharing situation. Roshan does feel a little bit better, but not Elijah Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell, I like.
Yeah. Okay. Also, since I got Lamb, I went against Lamb. I have to start H-Chan. So would you go Javonte or Downs in the flex?
I go Downs. I think Downs is having a good day. I like Downs a lot. And just to clarify, again, I don't do anything until the prognosis on Charbonnet. I like Roshan, but I don't know that I'm doing that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm holding him.
But we'll see. The bad thing about Charbonnet is the swelling was bad. They said it like it swelled up like a balloon. That's not good. That's not a knee bruise.
Right. Yeah,
everyone keeps saying knee bruise. That's a little more than a knee bruise. There's something else going on. And even if it is a knee bruise, it's a serious knee bruise. Because swelling is a body defense mechanism for we are hurt. And I'm going to surround this thing with a liquid padding. It's like putting an airbag around the whole thing. It's like, something's wrong. Like, inject swelling now. And that's not good. But we'll see.
Yep.
All right, sorry it got cut off, but I'm glad it did because I don't think I clarified what Mitchell, so you would have just
said Eli.
Yeah. Did you? Maybe.
No, I just said Mitchell.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. CMC's workload later down the stretch in the season, it might dwindle down. I don't know. Just kind of speculating.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that idea. If you did it, I wouldn't send you on a lap or anything, bro. Rockouts in the building. All right, TM, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for clarifying that, though. I'm glad we did. Yeah. Sorry for the delay on the message. All right, later, bro. TM to the moon. Blake with a $2 hauler. Blake, my guy. Blake coming in strong. 2 running backs, flex, PPR, Achane, Mostert, Gibbs, Nico, sit 1. Probably sitting either Nico or Mostert. I don't know which one. Chad, are you sitting Nico or Mostert? I'm not sitting Achane. I'm not sitting Gibbs. I kind of like the idea of Achane and Mostert. This is Washington. You cover your bases. You're going to get probably 200 total yards and at least 2 touchdowns out of that running stable. They run the risk of if they can't run the ball and they get routed, then you're in trouble. And Nico could have 100 yards and a touch at any moment, but I'm sitting Nico if it's me. And this is not an easy call, so it's not like it's something that, like, you get it wrong. It's like that's a tough question. Love or Stafford? Give me Love, but Stafford's intriguing, coming off a 4-touchdown game without Cooper Kupp or Puka helping at all is kind of, inspiring, and definitely a nice idea that this thing could get better. I work for you. Smitty says rock out to the moon. Appreciate you, rock out. This is Iceman from Louisiana, and then Draven next. Iceman, go ahead, bro. What can I do for you?
Smitty, what's going on, man?
What up?
All right, Achane, Jamar Chase, or Jalen Waddle. You have to pick one to put in the flex.
What do you think I'm doing, bro? I mean, we gonna do this song and dance all night long?
I think you're putting Achane, but I just need some words.
You just need me to say it. You want me to say it. You just want me to say it.
I do.
Come on.
Okay, the answer is Achane. Let me play it for you.
Devon Achane, please report to your shuttle to Saturn. Your shuttle is leaving. Prepare for departure. Touchdown probability high.
Big one for
what,
me.
Wait. What are you saying? I was playing an animation over you. What were you saying? I heard your mom in the back.
I hope you weren't telling me to take a lap, Smitty.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much am. I heard your mom in the background screaming at you about the meatloaf or something.
I know, she's got a pretty deep voice these days.
Okay,
but Smitty.
Yeah.
I mean, if Achane doesn't deliver, I mean, I'm done.
So let me ask you a question. Are you scared to play him more than you're scared to watch him go off on your bench? Just answer that question. That's all you need to ask yourself. Can I guarantee you anything? Achane could play, and he could play badly. And guess what? Christian McCaffrey could play badly. Alvin Kamara has bad games. Like, if Achane goes out there and doesn't do well, I'm not wavering at all walking into Week 14. Like, I know what I know. I know what I see. I know what I feel. And Achane is the guy. But not everybody's going to ball out every single week. There's no guarantees. There's no, Smitty, I'm going to trust you on this one if it doesn't work out. I can't predict every single call. I'm lucky if I get 75% of that. I know, but hold on. I'm lucky if I get 75% of every near 50-50 call that I get asked. That's a great percentage. So you have to remember, every time I answer a question in here, I'm going to get 25% of every question I get guaranteed wrong. Guaranteed. But again, let me ask the question to you, and I want you to answer honestly. Are you more scared of sitting Achane and watching him have 203 on your bench, or are you more scared of starting him and getting 4 points? What scares you more?
Honestly, I'm more scared of starting him and him getting 4 points because this is just a big game for me this week. But that's it. I'd roll the dice if I could still have a chance of the playoffs.
But what if the big game he gets you wins you the game, and you're going to lose if you put in a 12-point guy? Like,
no, that's why. So that's why I'm on the verge of starting him. That's why I just needed a little push to. That's what I needed you for, Smitty.
Well, I can't guarantee anything, bro. I can't guarantee he. All I know is that every time this man has started,
I wouldn't blame you either.
I honestly, I care. I don't mean it this way, but I mean I don't care if you did blame me because this is the nature of the week-to-week calls, you know. But I'm just gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, I got a draft here. I'm gonna take him right now. Achane just drafted him, and then I'm gonna draft Devonta Smith here. So I'm just gonna tell you this right now. When he's been playing a full game, which you could sit here and say, oh, he's gonna get hurt and leave the game early. Like, that is the dumbest thinking in the world. Like, that is the dumbest thinking in the world. The guy was an absolute monster for 3 straight games. He suffered a knee injury that anyone would have suffered. Anyone would have suffered. It has nothing to do with his size. He got hit in the knee. You would have been out. Everybody would have been out. I would have been out. And everybody would have been out the amount of time that he was out. And it was... Then when he came back, he got like suplexed. He got somebody did like a karate chop, like table, like you're trying to break a table, Buffalo Bill style table break onto his knee. Like everybody's knee would have felt like they pulled off. They put caution tape around him, pulled him off the field, and he was begging to go back on the field. And Miami Mike's like, no, let's just be careful with this knee. So they sat him out the rest of the game, and Achane wanted to play again. He said, we're gonna have a good record here. We're looking at 8-3. We'll be fine. Let's just rest you. You are our MVP in the ground. You know, in the ground game. That's Miami Mike's thinking. Just to be careful. He's not bubble wrapping him. He's not scared to use him. It's all about what is our record. What do we look like? You know, we're playing bad against good teams. We got a lot to prove. We got a long road ahead of us, and we're sitting pretty to win the division. And they're 8-3 right now. Sitting pretty to win the division. What would you do? Do you need to rush him out there? You got Mostert, you got other guys. And while somebody might say, well, yeah, that's the problem, Smitty, you got Mostert. No, it's not. It's not a problem at all. What's Wilson going to do? Wilson's not going to do anything and take away from this running back stable, this 1-2 punch where Mostert can absolutely thrive and Achane could absolutely thrive. Achane gets 40 to 50% of the snap share. No more than 40 to 50% of the snap share. That is plenty for him to absolutely blow up and be a monster. 79 points here. I like this team. This is one of my favorite teams here. Hold on a second. I got Tua, Kamara, Achane, Tyreek Hill. I got the trio, Miami trio. I've got Devonta Smith and Njoku. I keep landing with Njoku. I'm not like super pumped about him, but like he's the best tight end at the time. All right, hit that green button again. All right, go ahead. I'll get a rebuttal in.
No, I'm not going to argue against you. I wasn't against Achane. I just, I'm on the fence, and like I said, it's just a big game for me this weekend, and I just wanted to make sure I'm making the right decision before I go ahead and do it. Yeah. It's just a lot of second guessing going on with myself. I
don't know the answer. Who's your alternative again?
Ja'Marr Chase.
I mean, like, here's the thing: is I like Ja'Marr Chase. Of course, I love Ja'Marr Chase. I got a Ja'Marr Chase autographed helmet sitting right here. Look at this, Ja'Marr Chase autographed helmet sitting right here. His signature, by the way, is the worst signature in the NFL. It's this stupid little, tiny little. Looks like somebody's practicing their cursive at like 7 years old. It's like a half an inch long. Like, what kind of signature is that? Anyway, one of my favorite players is Ja'Marr Chase. But he's got garbage quarterback play, bro. There's a chance that Ja'Marr Chase has 4 points for you anyway. And, like, you potentially have a chance that they score the same even if Achane just absolutely drops a horrible game for you. I'm not saying Ja'Marr Chase can't do well, but can you envision him having regular 100-yard touchdown games with Browning? I can't. And so if it could happen from time to time, you got to bank on the right week, and you're going to chase that one. You're better off putting in the guy that has had. God, do I have to pull up the stats for you? I mean, no. I don't know what else to tell people. It's not frustrating because it's a good opportunity for content, not just for the channel, but for you guys to get trades in, for There's a lot of reasons why it's good when people doubt him. But let me see if I could find the game logs. Oh, I'm on the clock here. Hold on. I'll go Hurts. I don't know why this isn't showing up again. Hold on. I gotta reopen this. Stupid thing, bro. All right, go ahead. Rebuttal again. I got to do this.
No, I mean,
like you don't have no offense, but you don't have a great option. Like Jamar Chase is not a great option. He's a solid option. I'm still hopeful. I still hope that he has.
That was just one. You know, I've got Breece Hall as well, but you know, I'm leaning more Achane over both of them, and I've got Ridley, Waddle, and Dell. Ridley and Waddle as my wide receivers, and Ridley and Dell as my wide receivers. Waddle in my flex for now, but I was thinking about sticking Achane in there. If not Achane, then Chase, Breece Hall, or Waddle. But I mean, you're definitely selling the case for Achane, and I was definitely on the Achane fence, you know. So that's just why I was calling in. Is you know, I just wanted to get that final push to make me set that in my lineup.
All right, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. All right, appreciate you, man.
All right.
I think we're still live. I know we lost about 20, 30 people thinking that we weren't coming back, but I apologize for that. The replay of the stream will have that it won't be a big space. It'll just like skip. But sometimes when there's system issues like that, I had to restart my entire system. But we should be good to go going forward. So I think we lost about half the people. they bailed. Everybody bailed. My team so far, by the way, looking pretty smooth. I think we still got this call going here. Let's see if I can join the call. You boys still there?
Yeah.
Attaboy. Okay, I had to restart my whole computer, so glad you're all still there. All right, let's go over to Draven. Draven, you're live.
Okay, so I'm down 65-0 right now because I played Dak and I played DK. So I have to win if I want to make the playoffs. Like, I have to win out. If I win out, I make the playoffs. So I need the best chance to match them. And I know T-Law is a safe pick, but can I put Kyler Murray in and just hope he goes off?
They're very close, man. They're very, very close options. I honestly I wouldn't even consider that's not controversial at all to go one or the other at all, one single bit, bro.
You got to tell me, Smitty, man. You got to tell me.
Let's have the group do it. Let's do a group vote. We going Kyler or we going T-Law? We going Milkman, Law Dog? What do you say, Sebastian? Can you talk into the phone, bro? It sounds like you're talking from a mile away.
I know Kyler Murray loves to run touchdowns.
Draven sounds 8 times louder than you, maybe 10 times louder than you. I don't know. Yeah. No one can hear you. I'm sorry, Sebastian. Where I heard you, but no one else can hear you. So try calling back, bro. Maybe we can get a better connection. Good points though. Good points. He was saying schedule or opponent. He thinks he's gonna have T-Law is gonna come with the milk and bring the milkman is gonna deliver. I agree. Let's go over to Draven. Hang tight. Let's read the descriptions. T-Law, K1, T-Law. LOL T-Law, says Southwest. He's laughing about it. Law Dog, of course, says TM42. Law Dog, Milkman, Law Dog, A lot of law dogs, bro. A lot of law dogs. I think.
I got one more that is like big. So the A.J. Dillon or James Conner, and this is like huge.
I don't know, bro. That's like those are not great. There's not great easy options. I mean, I like Rock Out. What do you think on that one? I mean, I want to say Dillon, but I don't.
Dillon plays KC.
Yeah, I feel like Connor's.
I have to win.
I feel like Connor's bound to get going again. I do feel that way. Like I feel like Connor. You know how Connor just like whenever he's doubted, he scores a touchdown. So go Connor. Throw Connor in there. Like the odds of Connor having a 2 or 3 TD game are probably higher than Dillon, but Dillon does kind of have that ability to do absolutely nothing or get you 2 touchdowns or whatever. But I probably go Connor.
Nothing. Dillon's stats this year is
Draven,
nothing.
you're talking into your armpit or something. You're going like this. Look, is you go.
My mom's making me want to be quiet.
Tell your mom to stop brushing your hair, and let's have a conversation.
I'm bald, but okay. I'm like you, Smitty. We look good, man. We pull it off good.
Draven shaved his head the minute he started watching the show.
I did actually. That's not a lie.
I know. I told you I went to school for psych, bro.
How did you know that?
I just know these things. I just know that the moment you start watching the show, you wear sunglasses in your house when you walk around. You shaved your head immediately. You wear hoodies.
Mindy, like my wife didn't want me to like cut my hair, and I'm like,
you're married?
It looks good. Let me.
You're married?
Yeah.
I thought you lived with your mom for real. You're married?
It's my mom's cousin.
Wow. That was a shot. I should have known that one. I guess I don't know everything. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm putting James in, and I'm putting T-Law in, and hopefully I can win this week. If I do, it's gonna be a gift from God. If not, I'll see you. I'm not leaving, but I'm looking forward to the off season. I want to see what that's like.
Well, appreciate you, Draven.
Thank you, Smitty.
Draven to the moon. Draven's stock is currently going upward. Sebastian, let's try it one more time as quickly as you can. What do you got for me? No. The weird thing is I don't know what it is. It's your phone is the only phone that's showing no volume on my phone line. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you got what. No, I can hear you, but ask a quick question so I can relay it because no one can hear you. So if you do something long, no one's gonna be able to hear it.
Over 30 points per game when he's in there on a full snap count, which is he's not even taking 60% of the backfield, and everyone's doubting him. Like, oh, he's so injured.
Because they don't. I mean, but I've already explained it. It's because they don't own them. It's really this simple, bro. If you don't see something coming and something's huge, you feel like an idiot. You know, like if you see somebody that becomes a top 5 running back, and you don't have the humility to say, "Holy crap, this guy is a top 5 running back." I missed it. It's okay. A lot of people missed it. Whatever. If you can't admit that, you just double down. It's double down donning. That's what it is. That's all it is. It's as simple as that. And the whole injury thing, like the fact that he got hurt and then he got hurt again, and everyone's saying he's just going to walk out there and get hurt again, as if like he's an injury prone person. He suffered a knee injury. He suffered a knee injury where someone hit his knee from the side. It would have happened to anybody. And then he suffered another knee injury right away. And that did suck. And it was a horrible coincidence. But somebody jumped right on his knee. And they took him out as a precaution. He wanted to go back in. There was no ruling like, oh, we got to take him out. Got to do some more MRI scans and stuff like that. It was literally Mike McDaniel's call to just say, I want to save this magnificent man for the deeper stretch and playoff run. That's what it was. And it just for people to think he's gonna walk out there and just like stub a toe is just I want to be mean and name call and all that, but it's just like it's ridiculous. It's lazy. It's so lazy, and it's not admitting the true feeling that the person has. They're just upset at themselves. Like, and the part's gonna be hard to swallow is if he goes out there and blows up in week number 13 this week. What are people going to do? I know people will flip the script and say the same thing. What are you going to do? Well, I'll admit, if he doesn't end up doing anything the rest of the year and he stays healthy, I'll admit I saw something and it didn't work out. I'll admit it. But I don't know that the HN doubters are going to admit it. I think they'll just vanish. You know, it's crazy to me. All right. Yeah. Hey, Sebastian, I'm sorry to cut you off, but no one can hear you, so I can't have like conversations or they're like, I don't know what he's saying. So we'll try back in. Maybe tomorrow something fixes. I don't know why you're the only. I don't know what carrier do you have? What cell phone carrier is it?
Verizon.
Okay, let me. I'm gonna ask. Whenever I have this problem, this problem happens once in every like 50 people or whatever. I'm gonna ask what carrier they have. I want to see if there's something going on. It's weird. All right, bro. Appreciate you. Call back in tomorrow, though. I think it'll be fixed, or hopefully it will be. All right, later.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Mars Man Rock Out. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I got Verizon.
You got Verizon? Speak up again.
Verizon.
Yeah, you're good. Your volume's fine. I don't know what the deal is. It's weird. Sometimes it's when it's like the order when people like sometimes when I have somebody on the phone line and they dial in, I can't answer another call until I hang up with that person. Let me hit this. Hold on, Rock Out. 1 second. 818 caller. Who's this? Where are you calling from, pal? Chris from California? I don't have audio for you either, bro. What the hell's going on here? Hold on. And you're like super quiet too. Hold on. Let's fix this. We'll do a little temporary fix. All right, talk now.
All right, hello?
Yeah, okay, they can hear you now at least. Okay, what can I do for you, bro?
All right, I'm just calling in. I'm 6-6 right now. I got JJ. He's on a bye, obviously, and I just lost JT. So I'm kind of in need of a running back, and I was thinking of maybe a trade JJ for Etienne and Downs. Trying to get another like more elite running back, but the way my league is, seems like that's probably my best bet.
JJ for Etienne and Downs. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Like, number one, they both have risk. JJ's got risk. Etienne's got risk. There's no way around that. Like, they both have risk. Like, and they're not. It's not the same risk, but is the risk as heavy on both sides? Maybe, because you got Etienne dealing with a chest injury, and he's questionable. But the word is he's going to play. And then you have, the workload concern. Dearness Johnson's getting some work. The inefficiency in Etienne. You got JJ walking back to what? What's he walking back to? Joshua Dobbs benched. The word is there's a really good chance Joshua Dobbs is benched heading into week 14 after the week 13 bye. Week 13 bye for the Vikings. So I don't know, bro. I would take the chance on Downs and Etienne.
Okay. Yeah, because, I got Devontae, Nakua, Sutton, which isn't too exciting, but he's doing a lot better. I got JSN, Dobbs as my other receivers. And I'm really kind of, thin at running back. So that's why I was thinking probably Etienne and Downs is the best option for me.
Yeah, that's not bad.
There's a 6-way tie of teams in 7 and 5. And probably my other best bet is Kyren Williams. But
oh, yeah. Take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, if I can get that, I was thinking either Kyren. I was thinking maybe Eckler too, but he's been on the downfall.
I'd take that too.
Not downfall.
I'd take that over Etienne. I'd take Eckler over Etienne, and I like Etienne. Etienne's next best. I'd take Eckler, and I'd take Kyren over both of them by a lot. And I'd give up a little if I need to. I wouldn't even take Downs or any extra player. I would do JJ straight up, or even give a little bit. I'd give a Downs up to try and maneuver JJ into Kyren. Kyren's a top 5 running back, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's one that, you know, granted, I say this in humble fashion because I'm first admitting that this year I didn't see Kyren doing what Kyren's been doing. I was super high on him his rookie year, though. I was so high on him. I was like, this guy's gonna replace Akers, and then Kyren got hurt early on, and then he never developed. So I've always liked him. That's the part I could say, the solace I could give people is that, like, I loved Kyren as a rookie. But this year, I you know, maybe it soured because he didn't do it when I you know, put all my marbles on the table and I said Kyren's going to do it and he didn't, and maybe that soured me a little bit. That's the bias that we all struggle with, and it just kind of like glossed over it, you know, like I don't know if Kyren, he failed me last time when I totally went all in on him. And so, you know, but you got to recognize, like, this is the Achane conversation. What I'm doing with Kyren is what everybody should be doing with Achane. You know, just accepting what it is. And the faster you accept and move on, the more successful you're going to be. But Kyren would be fantastic for JJ, bro. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to do that. And one more question for the tight ends. Should I go with Otton, Pitts, or Everett this week?
Otton, Pitts, or Everett? Probably Otton. He's been pretty consistent.
All
right, bro. Later. Appreciate you.
I appreciate it, man.
What was your name again?
Chris.
Chris, you're 818, right? You're the 818 caller?
Yes, sir.
And where are you calling from, you said?
California.
Oh, that's California? Okay. Chris from California. I'll put you in the system here. From Cali. Okay, later, bro.
All right, thanks, man. Take care.
Yeah. Next up is, let's see here. Nicholas, my man, what's up?
What up there, Smitty?
What's up?
All right, look, I've been listening to your, you've had a few Achane videos here today. I'm an Achane owner. I just wanted to voice my concern and let me know if I'm crazy. So I think that this Dolphins team is going to be a playoff team no matter what happens here for the last few games of the season. I think that if he... Okay, so I think they're going to continue the 3-man crew, and I think that Jeff Wilson is going to be more involved than we think because they're going to beat some people by, 20, 30 points. And so if that happens and they sit him in the fourth quarter and he's used in the 3-man committee, wouldn't his ceiling be pretty capped at that point?
Give me another running back. Give me another running back. Anybody.
What do you mean?
Just name a running back.
Montgomery.
Okay. Is there risk that Montgomery, because he's been injured twice, is going to get dialed back, and they're going to try and save him for the playoffs, and they're going to use Gibbs more, and maybe Monty doesn't score as much? I mean, just does that risk exist for Monty?
Yeah, okay. I think it does. Name another. Name that the Dolphins are in such good shape.
Name another running back
that they don't need to push.
Name another running back.
Who else do I have? Gibbs. We already talked about that.
Same reverse.
Just name Jaylen Warren.
Jaylen Warren. I mean, he's got Najee Harris. But name another running back that's not your team. Name another great running back. Top 10 running back.
Christian McCaffrey.
Now, is there a risk that McCaffrey is going to get dialed back as the Niners try and save him for the playoffs? Is there a risk that they start running Eli Mitchell more, and McCaffrey, is there a risk he even gets hurt because he's got a string of injuries he couldn't shake for 2 straight years and is getting run into the ground and is kind of, his mileage is up there? Is there a risk for that? Like, the point I'm trying to make is the risk you have, this speculative story that you're painting, that you think this could go this certain way for Achane, is no different than any other top 10 running back that also has some version, even if it's different, some sort of version of risk. Like, you can't just map out this fictitious path and say, this is what I think is going to unfold. Like, number one, they've had more than two running backs in the backfield rotating. The other thing you got to consider is they're not necessarily out of the woods yet. They're still trying to distance themselves and ensure they win the division. There's also greater concerns for seeding that go beyond just winning your division. So it's not like they're just going to shut things down. And also on top of that, they've been struggling to get their offense in a rhythm. And if Achane is the missing piece and they can get it in a groove going into the playoffs, that's much better than trying to just reset everything perfectly and go straight into it in the playoffs. The coaches aren't just in reserve mode in week 13. Coaches are not thinking about, we gotta just dial. Maybe week 17, week 18, they think like that. But you can't put cobwebs on the situation, bro. That's not how it works in football.
Yeah.
Otherwise, just like in fantasy, if you're trading for younger team and you get rid of these 26 and 25-year-olds for 23 and 22-year-olds, you're playing for second place. If you keep chasing that, let's get that little edge. Same thing in the NFL. Like, you start worrying about those little pieces this early on, it's not going to help you later because you won't make it. Like, I get what you're saying, and this whole argument of him getting hurt is ridiculous. A knee injury. He had a knee injury. He isn't
I'm not worried about him
getting
getting
smashed.
hurt.
Okay, so injury's out of the way. This whole idea that the workload won't be there. He's been delivering on 12 carries a game. Like, do you think he's not getting 12 carries a game in this offense, even with a 3-man rotation? He's going to have 3-4 receptions, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 carries. And this guy's untouchable. His acceleration's through the roof. And will he have a game on 12 carries and 3 receptions where he scores a maximum of 12, 13 points? Absolutely. He's not going to score 40 points every single week, but he's like Jahmyr Gibbs in that if Gibbs gets 14 totes, bro, Gibbs can absolutely pop off 3 games out of 4 doing that. And maybe he's going to have a bad game from time to time. I just think this whole thing about Achane, like, we don't have any sort of indication they're not going to feed him. And the fact that the assumption everybody makes when they say that is that he's not so good that he's going to replace Wilson and Mostert. Of course, Mostert will be heavily involved because you don't want to injure Achane. Just like you don't want to injure Gibbs, you don't want to injure. That's the nature of the NFL and the coaching in today's NFL. But like 40% of the shares, do you think that Miami Mike doesn't view Achane as the best running back and weapon he has aside from Tyreek Hill? I guarantee you he does.
I do.
So I don't know how he's going to just discard him.
I feel like down the road he may be more important to him, and so for the remainder of the regular season,
that's why he doesn't get more than 40 to 50% of the snap share. That's why he doesn't get more than 40 50% of the snap share. He's not getting 90. He's not getting 80. He's not getting 100. He's not like Kyron, where Kyron gets every freaking snap. He's getting 40. Is 43, and I went to 47 or something like that. He gets 40 to 50% of the snap share. That's not going to break him. He's not a breakable guy. Everybody keeps saying he's a breakable guy. He had a freaking knee injury. It's crazy. It's like Breece Hall. Breece Hall's not injury prone. Breece Hall had a torn ACL because somebody hit him from the side in the knee. It's the same thing with Achane. In both of the Achane's knee injuries this year. It's not like Achane walked out and went, "Oh, I hurt my knee." Somebody literally drove right into his knee. And Mike McDaniel said, "Take him out." He hobbled off. He limped off, but he's like, "Take him out for the rest of the game." And he's like, "I want to go back in. And everybody's like, "He's injured. He can't go back in the game." It's crazy, bro. All right, hey, appreciate you. I got to move on, bro. We talked about this enough.
Okay.
All right.
Can I throw one more
quickly.
question into you real quick,
Quickly.
and you can answer as quickly as possible? So, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's Breece Hall. What do you think of him rest of the season? I haven't started him in 3 weeks. It's a shame. I think that if Rodgers comes back, he's a better player, but right now it just seems really hard. I'm starting Warren over him this week.
Honest truth, you're gonna have him on you're probably gonna have him on your bench when he has 140 and a touch. 120 in a touch, and then you're going to put him back in, and he's going to have 4 points. And you're going to put him back out, and he's going to have 100 yards and a touch. So he's a ride and die. If you can't ride and die with him, it's kind of hard to play him. This week, I think, could be a good week. But he's like a ride and die. Ridley's a ride and die. Ridley, you don't take out. Doesn't matter. He is high. He has low conversion.
Montgomery or sorry.
Ridley has low conversion.
On any given week, is Montgomery or Warren a better start than him going forward?
Monty's the safest of that crew.
Okay.
Monty's definitely safest. But
thank you.
Yeah, Breece has huge upside though. All right, later, bro. Let's go over to Draven. Draven, you're back. Doing it live.
Achane remind you of Breece Hall, like when he first got started before he got injured?
There's a lot of similarities.
Breece Hall came out.
You know who reminds me the most of Achane and the most of Gibbs is Achane. Achane Gibbs. Gibbs Achane. They remind me of each other because of their acceleration. Breece Hall, in similar fashion, but Breece is a different type of running back, but Breece is like one cut, go. Achane and Gibbs are just like shifty as can be. Not that Breece isn't shifty, but their acceleration's unreal. I have, like I always say on my Instagram, I have these two plays like mirrored, and they start at the same time and kind of end at the same time. And one is going this way, the other is going this way. Gibbs is running this way on the play. Achane's running this one on the play, and they're pretty much kind of the same play. And it's like all these defenders have the angle on them, and they both look like they're walking toward the end zone, but they speed up like an acceleration, and then they kind of jog in, and nobody can even react. It's like they give up, and that's what I love about Achane. And if you give Achane 2 carries, 3 carries, 4 carries, you might not get that. You give him 14 carries, 1 or 2 or 3 of those are going to be 40, 30, 25 plus yard runs. That's why Achane was leading the NFL in 40-plus yard run, or was leading the NFL in 20-plus yard runs until just last week, I think. He's now third. Achane's third in 20-plus yard runs. He still ranks number 1 in the National Football League in 40-plus yard runs. Number 1. And he's played literally 3 games. Unreal. Unreal.
So, any given chance, any given play, he has a chance to take it to the house.
Correct.
Next year, are you going to be drafting Achane or Bijan? Who's you going to pick first?
Let's wait till we get there. That's next year. I love them both. I want them both. I'll trade in and take them back to back.
Here's my question.
Bijan's a victim of his situation right now, and we're hoping that situation is evolving, but we don't fully feel confident in Arthur Smith, right? But it feels like the narrative is leaning toward what we expected to always be there is starting to become the reality. But we'll have to see. Hopefully it starts unfolding. Hold on 1 second, Draven. 970 caller. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Greg, Colorado, man.
Shane from Colorado. What's up, Shane?
Hey, man, cool. I totally listen to you all the time, man. I have a pot shop here over by Steamboat Springs, and, man, you are fantastic. I have a question. I got a guillotine league, and it's funny because it's with my mom, like you always talk about. Her and I are left in it. Can you break out that whiteboard that you have and write a few things down?
I don't really have time to do the whiteboard tonight on 2 different teams, bro. But just hit me with a question.
Oh, no, just for hers, my friend, not mine. Mine's set.
Yeah, just read it off to me. I'm a little exhausted, bro. I'm about to leave. I'm sorry, but
cool. Thank you so much for your time.
Hit me with the team. Hit me with the team.
Here it is. So she's got these 3 quarterbacks, and we know who it's going to be. And then her running backs are Derrick Henry, D. Swift, and then she's got Pacheco, and then it's your favorite, Achane, and Javonte Williams. And then she's got everything else set. We just got to figure out, of those, I need 3 running backs.
Okay, so Achane, here, I'll write down the running backs. Achane, hold on 1 second, I gotta fix his camera since I jumped in here. Okay.
It's an honor to talk to you, man. I listen to you all the time.
Thanks, bro.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Honor's all mine. Achane, what else?
Okay, and then there's Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And then there's Swift from Philadelphia.
Thank you.
And then there's Isaac Pacheco.
Okay, Pacheco.
And we had just got down to the final 6 here in this. Every week now they'll eliminate just one. It was eliminating 4 teams every month, and now we're one team. The worst team each week now will be eliminated, and then we can draft from their players.
Okay, so you need one. You need one of. You need one of these players or 2.
I just need you to tell me 3 of those guys, and we're just like, oh my goodness, and it's such good players. I know that we love our guy from Miami, but then of those, we're going to have, I believe, 2 for our running backs, and then one of those will be our extra guy, our flex position.
Yeah. Okay, so I probably roll, if this were me, Henry's got a pretty good matchup, man. He's got a pretty good matchup. Swift has a pretty tough matchup. Pacheco, I really like Pacheco. His matchup is solid as well. I'd probably say, unfortunately for Ramondre, he's just got the worst matchup of the crew. And so I'm ranking them in order of Achane, Henry, Pacheco.
Killer. Okay, man, because we just wanted to get an extra, some positively awesome opinion from you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Because Swift is playing the Niners, and it's like, I like him, and he definitely could. Like, if you had him, I'm not telling anybody to be pessimistic about it, but this is definitely the worst matchup. And Pacheco's been solid. He's running hard. If you were going to debate between the 3 or the 2, because Achane's a lock for me, it's between Swift and Pacheco, and I honestly wouldn't blame you for going Swift over Pacheco. But I just think Pacheco has been really steady. He looks really good right now, and Swift's matchup it's brutal. Like, it's a different Niner team. This go around this revamped Niners defense. It's just different. It's not what it was, back when Kyren completely blasted him to pieces. I still think Kyren would have run well against him. And I'm not saying Swift can't, but Swift is also, he teeter-totters on the right amount of volume. Like, it's like when he rips off a couple, you're like, thank God he salvaged it. He did really well. We're proud of him. I like him. But he feels like he's got to skate by a little bit sometimes. And I don't know that I want that against the Niners defense right now.
So do you think, on my team, do you think A.J. Brown will have a good game? Is he back after these last couple of kind of duds, saved by a touchdown last week for the Eagles?
I mean, I don't think I think A.J. Brown's fine in general, but he too has, he has a I would say I wouldn't say a tough matchup, because against the run or against the pass, the Eagles should be fine. But it is a tough playing D. It is going to be it could potentially be a low scoring game, or it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be one or the other. So you're hoping for a shootout. But A.J. Brown on any metrics, on any level, is going to rank inside the top 5, 6, 7 overall wide receivers this week, bro. There's no doubt about A.J. Brown being a top 5, 6, 7 wide receiver this week. No question.
Absolutely cool, man. Because I was watching your ranking shows and all your stuff, man. So thank you
so
later,
much. Shane.
I will continue to watch you. We'll smoke one for you, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Later. Draven, final thoughts. I got to go, bro.
Okay. I want to know, how did you get Scott Hansen on the Fantasy Football Show? Because when I saw that, I was hyped.
Because I know him. But
that's so dope, dude.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good person. He's a good guy. I have Matthew Berry and Scott Hansen on about once a year. I used to have A.J. Brown on once a year too, or we do it on Instagram.
Oh.
But
dude, you're doing big things.
We're gonna hopefully have more players on. It's hard because like I have a couple big name players that are supposed to be on, and it just keeps getting delayed because they're playing football right now. They say they can do it and they kind of can't, and then something comes up, and I was just close to like you wouldn't believe the two players are just about to be on. They both got canceled. Hopefully this offseason they come on, but we'll hopefully as we get bigger, and this is why I say share it. Like share the channel as we're bigger and as these players know about the channel.
Absolutely.
Then they're gonna easily want to come on. But if we don't grow, we don't. So spread the word. But we should have one very, 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 very big player on by at least mid off season. We're also very, very close. I'm going to announce this later to a celebrity fantasy football league draft and league that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be live streaming that has a lot of like Hollywood actors and such in it, and there should be some players in that. So we'll see how that ends up unfolding. But we're talking about some big dogs. Some big dogs.
Are you going to go to the Vegas draft?
The what? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Sometimes I feel like leaving my studio is not a plus. As fun as it is to go do things, it's much more. It's just a better show. Like here, me being there is fun and it looks cool and all that, but like at the end of the day, it's a worse show. Not having what I need, it's just not as good a show. All right, hey, appreciate you, Draven. We'll see you later, bro.
See ya.
Rock out. Any final thoughts?
Pick two. I'm gonna pick one. Dylan or B-Rob.
Dylan or B-Rob. Probably. By the way, real quickly, guys, Tank Dell. I like these two for Sunday right now. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. Hit this link right here. Let me drop the link in the live chat right now. Underdog Fantasy promo code Smitty. We just drafted, but you can also do these higher lows, and they'll double your first deposit all the way up to $100. So hit that link now. Links in the description. Links in the live chat. And code Smitty also does it. But I love this higher on Tank Dell, 61.5 yards. I also love the higher, ironically, on the 58.5 Nico Collins yards. Those are two really, really good ones. Your question was about which two players again, Rockout?
Dylan and B-Rob.
Dylan and B-Rob. I think I'm going to say B-Rob, but let me just take a gander here. Brian Robinson. Madcap Brian. I mean, his last last 4 games, 3 of the 4 over 15 carries. He had 18, 8, 17, and 15. And the fact that he had in those same 3 games 6 receptions, 7 receptions, and then 2. Only 1 touchdown. It was a receiving, but that's solid usage. I mean, he's getting the work.
Yeah.
I just think that, like, how do you go against that with I mean, Dylan's just hard to trust. Dylan is let's see here. Dylan's got 14 carries back-to-back games, but I don't know. He's got one touchdown on the year. I don't know. I just feel I kind of like him, but Casey's a tough matchup on top of it. So just give me Brian Robinson.
Cool.
All right, later. Appreciate you, bro.
Cool.
Membership 20 months. Vampy, my moderator. Backyard is coming together great. Cheers, Smitty. Vampy, thank you for the celebratory message. It looks like I got some super chats here. I'm so sorry I haven't gotten to these yet. Giancarlo with a $10 hauler. My bad, bro. Phone lines are closed, guys. Phone lines are closed. We're having system issues anyway today. It's always such a bummer. But Vampy with the celebratory message, then Giancarlo with the 10. Steelers defense versus Arizona, or Rams defense versus the Browns. I'm going to probably say give me that Flacco matchup, Rams defense, but super close, bro. Rams feel like they'll probably do some damage, I think. Achane, Monty, Gibbs pick 2. Achane and probably Gibbs, but you know, it is hard to sit Monty. I don't know if you've got a wide receiver in the flex where you can make a move, but I would definitely play Achane for sure. And then I'm going to start Gibbs over Monty personally, but no one is crazy rotating those two. It's super hard to know if Monty will outscore Gibbs or Gibbs will outscore Monty if we're being real. We want Gibbs to outscore him, and we think he will, but we don't fully know. Best priority stash, Rico, Spears, Gainwell. Probably Rico for right now. I love Spears a lot, but we're running out of time for Henry to get hurt, and Henry's doing okay. He's kind of floating, you know, at the surface level. So I'd probably say Rico, but I mean, Spears and Rico have kind of similar tracks. They need to get in the lineup to really do anything. At least Rico gets a little bit. I mean, Spears has been looking solid at times too, but I don't know. I guess I go Rico. Drop, okay, Gainwell or handcuff Connor. I don't know that you need to handcuff Connor. Drop Jeff Wilson for any of them. Probably not. I'd probably rather have Jeff Wilson, but they're pretty close. Very, very, very close. They're all very, very close. Call in with the super chat. Colin, appreciate you. Zach Moss or Pacheco. We're probably going to go with Moss in this one. But super, super close, bro. Very close. In fact, like industry-wide, looking at like starting data, like how many people are starting this player over this player. I have data here that I'm looking at that shows Pacheco around the, where is he at? Pacheco around the 10-ish territory. And so Pacheco around 10. Let me see if I can put that back on screen. Yeah, Pacheco around 10. And Zach Moss is ranking in around 11, 12. So they're neck and neck. They both got solid matchups for that should deliver high-end production. So I don't know, bro. That's a really, really close one. I just lean Zach Moss right now. But it's a close call. And then Colin with a $10 holler. Colin?
To the moon.
My man Colin, appreciate you, bro. Big fan of yours. 2 questions. League 1, Connor Achane Ford. Pick one, Achane, by a freaking country mile, bro. And then pick one, question 2, Moss, Pacheco, PPR League 2. Okay, so you already answered that one. I'm sorry you didn't think I was going to get to this question when you asked the other one, but I answered that one already. So yeah, Moss for me, but Pacheco is very close. And let's get, for you dropping 2 super chats, my man. Appreciate you very much. Can I get a chat vote on that? Pacheco or Zach Moss? Zach Moss or Pacheco? Please vote in the chat. Let's help our boy out. Thank you, Colin, for dropping double super chats. You are the man. I want to get you some group think here, and then on that note, we're out of here. So please vote on the way out the door. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for drafting. Use Underdog Fantasy code Smitty. Code Smitty's in the description of the video. In every video, really. If you're watching a replay, it's in the description. And it's also in the live chat. I'm going to drop it right this very second. Make sure you sign up using code Smitty, using this link specifically, or code Smitty, or yeah, just download the app and you can put Smitty in there. But it's easier just to use the link because it does it all the adding my code for you. Helps the channel, number 1. Number 2, it gets you that double your deposit up to $100. Appreciate you all. I'll see you all later. Thank you for drafting with me. We got Moss, upside, Moss, Pacheco, Moss, Pacheco, Moss, Pacheco, Moss. Wow. That's a total rip down the middle. I don't know. All right. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, Vampy. Thank you, Travis Rowe. Thank you, Terry Roberts. Thank you, Blackbeard. Thank you all. Any other mod that's in here, absolutely appreciate you. Mod Squad to the moon. Reebok Joe's in the house. 10,000 Noodles. Space Beast. Adam, Corey, Julius, appreciate you all. DeBalt in the building. DeBalt, appreciate you. And this $199 hauler, Zach Moss or Rashad White. Wow, that one's maybe even tougher. And if we look at that data again, it's like Rashad White's like 7, I think. Carolina's a great match. I'd probably lean Rashad White a little bit, but I don't know. Chad, are we going Rachaad White or Moss? Rachaad White's started on average more across the industry. I can't wait to see this one while we hit the credits. So vote Moss or Rachaad White. Later, Terry. Appreciate you, bro. See you all tomorrow. Live whenever big news breaks. Live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Go check out all the videos today. We really did a number with the HN videos. And we got a couple more super chats here real quickly. Or I'm Tay. We got that one out of the way. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for dropping that. And Vampy with a $10 hauler. Earmarked for probably, I would say, markers, right, Vampy? This show doesn't stop after week 18. Tons of off-season content. That's right. I actually create more content in the off-season than the in-season, which might seem shocking to a lot of you. But buckle up if you're expecting this thing to slow down. Samaje Perine or Miles Sanders. Probably... God, I don't know. Let's look at that data again. Miles Sanders or Perine. I think I'm going to say Sanders. Let me just look at some of this data. I think Sanders is like outside the top 30 in startable running backs. But Perine's got to be later than that, I imagine. Perine's probably like... God, I don't know. Where is he at? Perine. I want to see how many people are actually starting him. Yeah, they're not that far apart. And they're both mediocre matchups. But I guess I lean Miles Sanders by a hair, bro. By a just absolute hair. Yeah, thank you, Torres. Appreciate you. I'll see you all tomorrow. It's like the Marvel movies. I mean, you never know when it's going to end. By the way, we need like 25 subscribers to hit 24K. So, you know, usually there's 100 of you in here. Usually there's about 30 or 40% of people that are, for some reason, not subscribed at the moment, or they're watching on another account and they don't really like hit the subscribe button if you can. We might just, I'll change the number behind me live on the show. If we hit real quickly, the people that are watching that aren't subscribed, if we hit 24K, we'll flip it over now. We're at 23. We need about 25 subscribers, and then yeah, we'll go from 23,975 to 24,000. Hit that 24,000 mark. So hit that button on the way out. If we get there, and I'll come back. Just wait a second and see what that number does. There we go. I see one pop in. There's another one. There's another one. Appreciate you guys. Guys, this offseason will be fire with Smitty. I'm on year 5. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate you, bro. Terry to the moon. $5 hauler. My man. My man. Terry. My man. Terry. Thanks, Space Beast. Appreciate you. Working on the yard again. I got the yard guys. Same yard guys back. Same yard guys back. They're here. They were supposed to be here this morning. They dropped the dirt off. It's in the front of the house. Actually, I'll go out and do an Instagram right now. I'll do an Instagram story post. So check my IG in a minute. I'm going to go out there right now. and I'll walk out there in the dark right in front and film the sand that was dropped off in the middle of the street. It's halfway covering the entire street. Like, I don't know what they're doing when they dropped this off. But they were a little delayed. They're supposed to be here today. And I got family coming over tomorrow, and it's gonna be kind of crazy. They're gonna be working on the yard while the family's here for little Smitty's birthday party, and it's gonna be madness. But they're doing they're installing a pull-up bar, and let me see if I have that video here real quickly. Thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. We're getting there. We're moving along.
And please report to your shuttle to Saturn. Your shuttle is leaving. Prepare for departure. Touchdown probability high.
Okay, that's not the video. That's a good video, though. I'll show it later. But anyways, installing a pull-up bar I built it out in the outside. I just took two big long pieces of wood, got them from Home Depot, drilled holes in the side, had to make the perfect size hole, put a metal bar in, hammered them together, and they're gonna it's gonna be an outdoor pull bar. They're gonna cement it in, and they're putting turf around it. And this is the last piece of the yard that I need done. Then they're gonna do the last piece of the side yard, pavers and turf. But I love these guys. They're the best workers in the world. They're coming over. I give them drinks and food and all that, and they love coming over here. But I'll have a lot of that on my Instagram stories. But I'm going to go out to the front yard right now and film that. So make sure you hit my stories real quick on Instagram, and I'll show you the big dirt pile, big sand pile, huge sand pile. They threw it right in the middle of the street. It wasn't them. It's the guy that drops the sand off. But anyway, all right. Giancarlo just became a YouTube exclusive member.
To the moon.
Hit that join button and become a YouTube exclusive member. You can use all the green emojis. You have a green name. And you support the channel. Appreciate you, Giancarlo, for doing that. I'll see you all tomorrow. This is for real, for real. Goodbye. All right, check my IG on my stories. Later.